Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Okay sweeties, today we're going to talk about the Collective Cosmetics, and this video is going to be sort of a brand spotlight slash review of this palette. So this is the Mandela Effect palette Renascore. I think if I'm saying this right, is like, this means the renewed Mandela Effect palette, because if I remember right, and I think I talked about this in my new makeup releases video about both of this, the older version and this version, that the first version was a smaller palette. Now I don't remember, was it a 12 pan palette or a 9 pan palette before, but now it's 15. Now it's definitely 15, as I can prove right here. Okay, so this is a palette, and you know what? I spoke about the other palette, the Moon Twin palette that I have right here. It's always right in front of me because of the highlighters. All of my palettes that include highlighters I have right here, so I don't forget to use them. So I ordered this, I want to say the beginning of the year. It was just maybe, I don't know, it was during the pandemic already, you know? So I ordered this because they had like a 50% donation of the proceeds going to, I think, a hospital in New York or something, and I just wanted to support them, and I also wanted to support a good cause. And then I got the package super fast, which was a miracle during this whole pandemic, like, you know, really. So I had ordered this, and then I opened the package, and I also made a video about this. And I found this also included, and there was also like a little letter, kind of a card thingy, where they said thank you for the support, you know, previously, because I've been speaking about the Collective Cosmetics very often in my new makeup releases videos, and they said we are going to include this just for you as a gift. So that's the gift, and I'm so sorry I only got around to like using it now. I've been going crazy a bit with the makeup shopping wise, so it's an issue. So anyway, this is the palette though, and I was really torn when I was ordering, and I decided the Moon Twin palette. I ordered this only because of the highlighters, because I also wanted to have the highlighters. Now this is also a super beautiful color scheme, and especially now with fall approaching, this is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and of course we're going to talk in depth about this. I just want to quickly also, because it's sort of also like a brand spotlight kind of a thing, which I've not done a lot before. I've done it once for Glamlight, but I'm not so like experienced doing stuff like this. But I still want to say a few things about this brand. First of all, how did I find this brand? I found it when I started to do research for my new makeup releases videos, and what I saw first about this brand is the amazing creativity in the way they portray their products. You know, how they do the photo shoots for their products. How beautiful. I don't think there is any brand that I know of that does it so well, so artistically like pleasing and amazing, and the colors that they use and the backgrounds that they use and the decorations that they use, it is absolutely beautiful. I highly encourage you to check out their Instagram, because it's a festival for your eyes. Seriously, like if you're a little bit like me, or maybe a lot like me, then you will see what I mean when you check them out. Seriously beautiful, and they do not stop amazing me, you know, every single time. And even if it's just like two single eyeshadows, you know, but they put it so well, so beautifully, that I'm always like, how? You know, this is how I feel about this brand. How? Really? So this brand is based in the UK and also in the US, because there are like two co-owners. There is Sarah and there's Joseph, and this sounds like I'm going to tell you a biblical story, but it's really Sarah and Joseph. So Sarah is based in the US and Joseph is based in the UK. Both of them are really nice. I have been in touch. I think it was Joseph. I'm pretty sure at the end it was Joseph. I know for sure. And I just want to say that beyond them being an amazing brand with beautiful products and also just an amazing creativity in the way they portray their products, I just want to say, and I also want to especially thank Joseph, because in a bit of a personal crisis at the beginning of August this year, he reached out to me, and he was so kind, like on a personal level, you know, and he had no reason to be, but he was, and I will never forget that, you know, I will never forget your kindness, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really helped me through something that I didn't even know was a problem. That doesn't make sense to anyone, but you know what I mean, Joseph, okay? So anyway, thank you so, so much. Okay, so that is that. Oh, I also wanted to tell you that both Joseph and also Sarah are makeup artists. And that is also, like for me, that is always very intimidating, because when I'm posting my pictures and I think like they work on a different level than I do, you know, like really like big time different. And then I think, wow, they must think like, huh? But anyway, I'm doing my best, and I did 4 looks with this palette, and this was the 5th one that I did today. I didn't film it, as you know. Right now I'm just like needing it for my mental health a little bit, to like withdraw from filming looks and just to keep it for myself and then just show you the finished product, because I just need this fun makeup time for myself. As you know, I've spoken about this already previously. So anyway, I'm going to right now include the pictures of the other looks that I did, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the palette. Okay, sweeties, I hope you did enjoy the looks. I hope I could show you that there is really a lot in this palette, a lot going on. I must say, let's talk about this a little bit. Okay, so we have, of course, those 5 sparkly shades right here. Then we have mattes. Basically, all of these are mattes besides this one, which is sort of a rosy neutral highlighter shade, but without the sparkle. It is a shimmer shade, but not sparkly like those. Okay. Besides that, all of these are mattes. My favorite shade in the palette is probably the yellow, which is so surprising, you know, because yellow, I never thought that like yellow is something that I could wear well, because I'm pretty fair and all of that, and I always thought like, you know, but I really like this. So for today's look, and I'm going to zoom in just a second so you can see what I did. Today I used this one basically through my crease and like dragged it up, and then I used this one, and this might come across like it's black, but it's a super like a dark teal green kind of a shade, super dark. And this is what I used in my outer corner, and also dragged it a little bit into the crease. And then on my lid I used this one, which is of course a super sparkly beautiful teal shade. Under my eye I used this towards the inner corner, and then this one outwards, and backing it up a tiny little bit with this one towards the lash line. Okay, in my inner corner I have this, and I think that's all I used today. So I did use all of the shades in the palette, some of them several times. This one is also super beautiful. I want to say that of the mattes, these two are probably my favorites, but they all performed super well. I don't know if there has been a formula change between this palette and the Moon Twin palette. I almost think like this one performed easier, but I have to say this with caution, because it's probably also because this is now the first time that I'm using a product from the Collective Cosmetics, and I'm already sort of, you know, the brand is not new to me anymore, so I'm drawing on things that I know already, you know. So I think what I'm going to do regarding the swatches in this palette is the following. It even says on the website that the shadows don't swatch terribly well, and I also had that experience last time when I did show you the Moon Twin palette. So I don't want to make this like a swatching nightmare. I do want to swatch live though. I want to show you at least these shades, because these are beautiful, and I also know that they will swatch really well. I think it's more about the mattes that there is maybe an issue. I will make a swatch video and make it like a proper, you know, nicely done swatch video. It says on the website that it's better to just sort of dab it with a brush, you know, on the arm. So if the swatches look like not regular swatches, then that's probably what it is. Okay, that I then decided to just maybe dab it on with a brush and build it up a little bit instead of like swatching it, you know. And I'm also anyway not the best person in swatching, as you all know, so but we're getting there, right? All right, so let's maybe just go in and swatch those sparkly shades, because I really want to show you. So I got the names of the shades from the website, because there are no shade names here in this palette. So this here is the shade, I'm going just like this, okay? So this is the shade Illuminating, which is a sparkling rose gold, and I have the explanation here like in front of me, because I just always need a little bit of extra help. So this is so beautiful. This is like the kind of rose gold that makes everybody look beautiful, you know? That is super stunning. So the next one that I also used today under my lower lash line is the shade Coup d'Etat, which is French. I don't know what it means, but it's French. And that is a shimmering Bordeaux. It's also a very beautiful shade. And not as bad as I thought. It's because it's shimmers. Shimmers are easier to swatch, seriously. Okay, the next one that I have on my lid, let me just clean up my hand a little bit, is the shade Memories. It's a sparkling teal, and seriously it is. Oh, I forgot to zoom you in. I will in a second. All right, so this is it. This is a sparkling teal. I'm totally in love with these sparkly shades. So pretty, and I'm so glad that they included them, and I'm so glad that they gifted me this palette, because what would I have done without it? Okay, the next one is the shade 2010 or 2010, which is a vintage shimmering gold. And yeah, I totally agree with this, that it is a vintage, but because it's not your traditional gold. It feels like there is like I don't know, I want to say like a murky hint of a green in it, you know? Like, yeah, like a vintage gold. I think that is the perfect name for it. Like that. And the last one is a purple, and that is the shade Whispering, which is a dazzling purple with bejeweled blue sparkles. It's true. All right, let's put that one on. I wish I could just like swatch a whole palette with these sparkling shades. That would be like a swatch party kind of a thing, you know? I don't know if you can see the blue sparkles. It's maybe just coming across like a hint for you, but I can see them. Yeah, so take my word for it. That is what it is. I'm absolutely in love with these shades. They have been performing so well. I have enjoyed them so much. These are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So let's talk a little bit about the palette. So first of all, it's cardboard packaging, and I should also say that the sparkle shades are eye safe, and I have it all here. This is vegan, it's cruelty free, it is made in the UK and in the US, and it's paraben free, and I think that's all. Okay, so we have cardboard packaging, a very simple design, which is like very sleek and nice. We don't have shade names, you know, we don't have shade names. I would prefer if they were there, because I always feel like that's nice, but I kind of prefer this than still to like what Norvina, like ABH did with the Norvina palettes, the big ones, where it's just like numbers, and you know, that's so impersonal. So I don't know, but anyway, so this is what we have. I already told you what are the mattes, the one shimmer, and then those sparkly shades. So what do I think? It is overall a very dark leaning palette, I would say. So if you work on an unset base, you might want to pull in something else. I always have my bone color matte here right in front of me, so that is not an issue. Just if it is for you, you might want to pull in something, you know. I do feel like when I'm applying the mattes with a brush and like building them up, I think you can also see I still haven't zoomed you in. What's wrong with me? All right. So sorry, I'm all over the place. All right, it's too much coffee, too little sleep, and there is actually a sewage leak right next door. And I'm dying. All right, so but at least I'm dying pretty. Right? So that is it. Okay. All right, so the mattes, when I'm building them up, they are super buildable, and when I swatch them, or when I used to swatch with the other palette, they swatch a little bit dry. And I didn't know how to explain it, because the second you say a shadow is dry, it always, like, everybody gets it as something negative, and I'm trying to always point that out in my videos, that when I say the formula has a bit of a more like a drier feel, that it doesn't mean necessarily something negative. It's just it's just how I feel it, and for me personally, that is not something negative. It is just something different, you know, like something is more smooth, something is more rough, something is more this or that or the other thing, which doesn't mean that one thing is better than the other. It's just, it depends what your preference is. Now, I should have, before I did the Moon Twin palette review, I should have looked at the website and seen that they even say on the website, don't swatch. You know, because swatching is not so good. So but I want to just say how they perform on the eye, and you maybe can also see that the performance is absolutely beautiful. It is super smooth, it's super buildable, they're absolutely pigmented, and I think you can see that there's absolutely no problem with this. Now, my looks always take long, you know. Just want to say that this look took a long time, like just the eye, just the blending, was probably like half an hour or so, but that is always what I do. I just sit here and do this until I think this is nice, you know? So I never just flop something on and I'm done. That's not my makeup style. But I want to say that the performance was really, really good without giving me trouble or any grief or anything. So I really, really enjoyed this palette, and I want to say almost that I enjoyed this palette more than the Moon Twin palette. And I don't even know why. Maybe it is really just because now I know the brand, you know? That could totally be, because I'm that kind of a person that when something is familiar, I already feel more at home, and then I'm more relaxed and less stressed out, because I'm this kind of a person who gets totally stressed out if I, like, you know. Yeah, so I think this performed super, super well. I really, really loved working with this, and I'm so blessed that they gave me this, you know, because, you know, it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful when I get, as like a tiny little YouTuber who has no say at all in YouTube land, who gets like a recognition by a brand that is so fabulous, you know? Just saying. So anyway, this is beautiful, loving it. I'm going to still now include the swatches in a video, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, sweeties, I hope you did enjoy the swatches, and now let's just sort of sum this up a little bit and talk about this palette one more time. Okay, is there anything I would change about this palette? The only thing is that I would put shade names, because the shade names are beautiful. I have them all of them here. I just mentioned those, but I have them all here, and I think it's a spectacular concept that they did there, and also the shade range and everything. It's really, it fits into the season right now. I really think that this is a spectacular palette. Maybe not for the traditional springtime look, but for someone who is not attached to like being bound to seasons, let's put it that way, in makeup application and in the colors I'm using. This is spectacular, and especially now moving towards the fall, this is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely highly recommended. Was there any fading? No. No, absolutely not. Was there any creasing? No. The blendability, I said already, was absolutely beautiful. Buildability was there. Dots? No, I don't think so. This shade, the shimmer shade, according to my experience, it is a little bit more gentle compared to, of course, compared to the sparkly shades, obviously. So according to my experience, this performed better with a bit of a wet brush. But besides that, like, it's not a dud at all. It just performs differently than those sparkly shades, which is supposed to be expected, of course. So yeah, I think this is what it is, and this is what I had to say. Yeah, so that's my story, and I'll stick to it. Okay, so sweeties, let me know what you think. Do you have experience with the Collective Cosmetics? I hope they were good, because I'm really, truly, wholeheartedly in love with this brand, beyond just the products. Also because of the kindness and just being like a good fellow human who cares for other people, and you know, so and that's just touches my heart like nothing else, you know. So thank you so much, the Collective Cosmetics, Sarah and Joseph, thank you so much, and I'm so glad that I know you. I'm so glad I tried your products. I'm thrilled to see what you're going to come up with still in the future, and I'm always drooling after your Instagram account. So that is it for today. I hope you did enjoy. And if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Please feel free to check out all my other content because I'm doing quite a mixed bundle here. I'm doing lifestyle and I'm doing beauty and makeup and all of that. So feel free to browse around. And beyond that, I'm just going to wish you a wonderful day or evening, depending on when you're watching this. And up until next time, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.